Emetophobia is developed out of a repeated thought. Hi everyone, my name is Alexandra. I'm an emetophobia recovery coach. I myself overcame emetophobia without exposure. And this quick video is just going to show you about how repetition and patterns create emetophobia, phobias, anxieties, depressions, but most importantly, the one that you're here for, emetophobia. So here's a question. Have you ever told a little lie enough times that you started to believe it? So here's one thing to keep in mind, and write this down. Your brain believes every single thing that you tell it. So try this experiment. Think of a moment in time that you think about sometimes and you just get so happy. You love thinking about it. Maybe it's when your children were born, when you got a new puppy, maybe a vacation, or a Christmas present, spending time with family, anything. That when you think about it, you smile so big and you just love the little butterflies that you get. Is that moment happening right now in front of you? Most likely the answer is no. But if you're thinking about a moment in time that is not currently happening in front of you, your mind believes that it's real because you're imagining it and it's playing out this movie in your head as if it's absolutely real. Now, the same thing happens if you think of something not so nice. For example, on the subject of emetophobia, if you're thinking about, I don't want to get anxious, I don't want to get sick, I'm scared to go out because what if? Now you start building up all of this anxiety in your body and your brain believes that it's happening right in front of you. So that's why it's putting you into fight or flight mode. You end up putting yourself into this fight or flight cycle that it seems like you really can't get out of. The reason for that, once again, because your brain believes everything that you tell it. So the big question is, how do you keep your mind focused on just the positive stuff? Well, emetophobia has to do with the fear of being sick. So your mind believes that being sick is a threat. The main job for your mind is to keep you safe, to keep you from walking into a ditch, from falling off a bridge, from touching fire. But the difference between fire and being sick is that you believe that being sick is something you can spontaneously do. We can't combust into flames, so you're not constantly thinking about the fear of fire, generally speaking. So once upon a time, you had a thought that said, I don't like being sick, I must avoid it. And you repeated that to yourself over and over and over, especially when moments came close to you being sick, someone else being sick, nausea, anything related. You reminded yourself, I must avoid it. And because of that repetition, you created a habit. So two things here. Your mind believes everything that you tell it, and also a habit. So if you have a habit of always body scanning, making sure that you don't approach anything related to sick, and your mind believes that those thoughts that you're having about being sick are real, then you put those two together and you create anxiety. And you create all of this fight or flight response in your body. And all of this stuff happened over the course of time. This didn't happen overnight. And it happened with repetition. Repetition of words and phrases and behavior that your mind believes to be true. Even if you feel like you just developed emetophobia 6 months ago or 3 months ago, it was enough time for you to make a habit out of it. So how do you stop it? You create a new habit. If you haven't seen my video on emetophobia just being a way of thinking, go and look at that video after this one. So because emetophobia is just the way that we think, if we have a habitual way of thinking, then our behavior is going to follow that. If we tend to be a negative thinker or a paranoid thinker, looking at life in a glass half full or half empty kind of way, that's how our behavior is going to behave. So your job is to change your perspective, change the way that you think by building habits. You can start this by simply just changing the way that you react to something. There's always going to be a window about how we react to things. And that'll be in another video. So for now, remember, your mind can take a thought and repeat it over and over and over and make a habit out of it. It can take a month, it can take 3 months, it can take years. You will not become emetophobic overnight. You have to put a stop to it at some point if you want to recover. Pattern and repetition is your weak point, but it is also your strong point here because you're going to use that to your advantage to build new habits and new thinking patterns so you can overcome emetophobia. If you like this video, let me know. Drop some questions in the comments. Once again, I'm an emetophobia recovery coach. You can contact me directly in my Linktree for a one-on-one free consultation on recovering you from emetophobia. Remember to like and subscribe and more videos to come. See ya!